현재 전 세계는 요리와 먹방의 시대입니다. 맛있는 음식을 먹고 SNS를 통해 누군가에게 알리고 맛의 역사에 다가가 보는 시간을 갖기도 하죠. 이런 과정을 통해 세계는 한국을 주목하고 있습니다. 한식은 장맛입니다. 된장은 간장과 더불어 콩을 발효시켜 만든 전통 발효식품으로 한식 문화의 꽃을 피워왔죠. 한국인이라면 누구나 알고 있지만 된장의 맛을 정확하게 표현하기는 힘듭니다. 그만큼 장맛은 복잡하고 미묘한 매력이 있기 때문인데요. 워싱턴 DC의 숨은 보석이라고 불리는 미쉐린 레스토랑 레버리의 조니 스페로 셰프는 20대의 천재 셰프의 탄생이라는 말을 들으며 세계적으로 유명한 레스토랑에서 경험을 쌓았습니다. 그리고 2018년 자신의 레스토랑 레버리를 오픈하자마자 미쉐린 원스타를 받을 만큼 크게 인정받았죠. 그런데 레스토랑이 절정에 올랐을 때 갑작스런 화재로 인해 모든 것을 잃고 삶을 포기한 채 알코올 중독에 빠지게 됩니다. 모든 것을 포기하고 폐인처럼 지낸 지 1년이 지났을 무렵 그의 절친 셰프가 그에게 한국캔을 권하게 되는데요. 내부를 잘 말린 메주로 장식할 만큼 한국 장맛에 진심인 사람입니다. 친구의 조언을 듣고 이제 어떻게든 살아야겠다는 생각을 하자 그는 과거 미국 백악관에 초대되어 요리할 때 고추장을 사용했던 기억을 떠올립니다. 그리고 살기 위해 한국을 찾게 됩니다. 한국에 도착하자마자 그가 달려간 곳은 가장 많은 장항아리가 있는 곳, 담양입니다. 레스토랑은 한 달을 기다려도 예약이 어려운 곳이지만 친구의 회복을 위해 일주일간 문을 닫고 함께 서울행을 강행했다고 합니다. 그들이 도착한 곳은 장흥고시 양진제종가의 10대 종부이자 대한민국 제35호 식품 명인인 기순도 명인의 집이었습니다. 수백 년째 집안대대로 내려오는 시간장을 52년간 관리해온 기순도 명인은 2017년 트럼프 미국 대통령의 한국 방문 때 청와대에서 시간장을 요청했지만 거절한 일화로 유명합니다. 이유는 하나였습니다. 아까워서. 하지만 거듭되는 요청에 소주병만큼 나눠줬는데 값을 받진 않았습니다. 가격을 따질 수 없으니 받지 않겠다는 거였죠. 그런데 그 시간장을 사용한 한우갈비찜은 대호평을 받았고 이 시간장은 화제가 돼 미국 역사보다 더 오래된 장으로 미국 언론들이 대서특필에 더욱 유명해졌습니다. 그들은 뭐 때문에 이 작은 시골 마을까지 찾아왔을까요?
From K-pop and K-drama to K-town, America has fallen in love with Korean culture, and that includes K-food, with its unique range of spicy sauces. This morning on The Dish, Elizabeth Palmer takes us to rural South Korea to meet a legend of the Korean sauce world, and her American guest, who is somewhat of a legend too.
Deep in the countryside, row upon row of handmade clay pots called ongi fill the Ko family's yard. The seasons change here, but little else does. Nature sets the pace. Sundo Ki is both founder and matriarch. Today she has a guest from Washington, the American chef, Johnny Sparrow. For him, Mrs. Ki has decided to lift the lid on the family's pride and joy. Soybeans slowly fermenting with water and bamboo salt.
Oh, wow.
These are the magic ingredients that anchor Kisundo's line of signature sauces and pastes.
It's like the perfect combination of like sweet and savory and oh, wow. Super aromatic.
The alchemy of unhurried fermentation unlocks rich flavors in the family's zhang. That's the catch-all term for those delicious dark soy sauces and earthy bean pastes that give Korean food its range and pizzazz. Sundo Ki's zhang is some of the very finest, and Sparrow's here to see how it's made. He's on something of an enforced break after disaster struck last August. His Michelin-starred restaurant, Reverie, burnt down.
Does it hurt to think about it now?
We lost like literally everything. So books, knives, wine, everything.
It was devastating and left him with a stark choice.
There's two paths that I could have taken. The negative route that probably would have taken me to a place that I don't know where I would have gone or how I would have come back, or looking at it as an opportunity to really reshape what I want the restaurant to be.
Reverie 2.0 is poised to rise from the ashes.
One of my investors said, get the restaurant open and then go to therapy.
This is therapy of sorts. Exploring Korea, seeing, tasting, and cooking up a storm with the Australian chef Joseph Litterwood at his Michelin restaurant, Yvette, in Seoul. It's a time of reflection for a man who, after years of hard work and harder partying, has now started a family and cleaned up his act.
Giving up alcohol was a big deal for you.
Yeah, I think so, because I've had a lot of people ask how I did it. How did you, Johnny Spiro, just stop drinking? Because I had I guess, a little bit of a reputation. I had a lot of fun. But do I want to be in my 50s, hanging out at a bar with line cooks, beers and shots, lined up, and just being numb and not feeling anything?
The answer was no.
Yeah.
These days, sober, he's up for anything, including washing the soybean blocks called meiju. They're then wrapped in twists of straw and hung to gather organisms from the air to kickstart fermentation. There are no artificial ingredients here, and no shortcuts either. Once the first zhang of the new year is done, the Ko family gathers to offer rice cakes and wine to the god of the clay pots, Chul Yung, and ask him to protect the fermentation. Divine benevolence, a deep respect for tradition, and Sundo Ki's taste and experience underpin this business, which she founded with her late husband in 1992. Now 74, she's been named Grand Master of Traditional Food Culture by the Korean government.
이렇게.
And she's agreed to show me how the chili paste known as gochujang is made. It takes soy, both ground and homemade sauce, plus rice, malt syrup, and chili powder.
How did you know how much chili to put in?
정량 있지. 이 정도면 넣어도 되지 여기다가.
She just put just the right amount.
The right amount, okay. I shouldn't have asked.
저희는 다 옛날
It's been done like this for 370 years, she tells me, and those are the products we sell today. With one exception. 14 years ago, Grandmaster Key suddenly went off-piste and added local strawberries to her classic gochujang.
It's a big step, right? Because you're messing with tradition here.
담양 따.
But it was a hit at home and stateside too, where Johnny Sparrow got his first taste.
We tried it by itself at first, and I think we all just kind of stood there silent because no one knew how to describe it, but the strawberry stuff was like so complex, and it just lingers in like the most pleasant of ways.
Sparrow incorporated it into Reverie's previous menu long before he met its inventor. And today they're collaborating on a fresh batch, on the verge of exciting challenges. For him, a new restaurant. For her, a U.S. sales office, both inspired by their reverence for craftsmanship, family, and fine food.
Wow. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I mean, you really see the respect that goes into every single little drop of that. I mean, 370 years old for the oldest soy
I
sauce
know,
brand.
and you know, just the right amount.
Yeah. No real recipe, just eyeball it. The right amount.
What is okay? So what are we tasting?
So I think what we have here is that strawberry gochujang that Elizabeth was talking about here. And it's supposed to be sweet, which I've never had before. Or sweet and spicy.
It's very good.
Yes.
It's just the right amount of spice, if you ask me. It's delicious.
That's very good. Oh, it is spicy. It has a kick to it, which is why the cucumber is also supposed to help cool it down.
Is that what that's there for?
But yeah, it's
Okay.
delicious.
여러분의 소중한 의견을 남겨주세요. 바쁘시더라도 구독과 좋아요 부탁드립니다. 지금까지 단골이시였습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다.